What I've noticed during my time playing Valorant is that a lot of the players in this game tend to care about their rank and how they look like to other people. And yeah, while rank is important at giving you a general idea of how good you are at the game, it's not as important as people make it out to be. I'm sure that no matter what rank you're in, you see people that are way better than that rank or people that shouldn't be in that rank at all. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't care about your Valorant rank at all because a good player will always be able to climb, but I am saying that you shouldn't really focus too much on it because that can actually affect your gameplay in the long run. I'm not saying that the Valorant ranking system is bad. It's not the best ranking system in the world, but it does get the job done. But there are some variables that are kind of against you, especially if you solo or duo queue. As someone who solo queued to Immortal, I had to start off at Silver this season because I didn't play a lot last season, so I didn't have something to like fall back on. And I played against I learned a lot about Valorant as a whole, being at those lower ranks because it's honestly hard to get out of sometimes. The amount of smurfs that you find at the silver rank is pretty astonishing to me. And I've actually had silver games that were actually sweatier than a lot of the immortal diamond games I've had beforehand. Now, of course, not every game at a lower rank is going to have a smurf, but there is way more of them than you think. So you shouldn't be too hard on yourself if you underperform one game here and there. Also, you tend to have this pressure on yourself whenever you focus on rank, and I notice that a lot. Whenever I hear people in game that are, worried about losing because they don't want to lose MMR or anything like that, they tend to play a little bit more passive, which means that most of the time the enemy team has the advantage because they're the ones peaking first. And I notice this a lot whenever I climb my way up from silver, and I call it performance anxiety because a lot of people have it. They tend to sometimes even throw rounds because they want to get kills to look good on the scoreboard, and that's a big problem that I've noticed. Like, I've had Reynas on my team at lower ranks that will peak a 1v5 in a desperate attempt to get kills and not look like they're bottom fragging, and it's insane to me. And the same thing extends to ranks, man. I have people in my game that will non-stop apologize for the way they're playing in like platinum or gold or diamond and stuff like that because they know that they can play better and they feel bad for not doing it. And because they care that much about the rank that they just non-stop apologize, and it's pretty annoying. But like, it's amazing to me that people are that traumatized by their rank and how they feel like they have to perform. I notice that whenever I play to win but also try to have fun, like I'll try out new strats and I'll try out crazy stuff, I notice that I actually win a lot more, but I enjoy the game a lot more as well. Now, there's something I've been telling people ever since my first season of Valorant, and I learned that solo queuing and duo queuing is actually very hard to rank up, and that is every game you play, yes, you should focus on winning, but your main goal of that game is to focus on improving as a player. Now, whether that be game sense or mechanics or anything like that, if that's for you to decide because you know what you're struggling in. But every single game you play, whether you win or lose, is not a waste of time. I see a lot of people lose a game, they'd be like, I can't believe I wasted an hour, and just, I wasted an hour, I wasted a bunch of time, and I didn't even win. Okay, but you improved as a player, and that's what's important. Imagine playing 100 games, right, and you lose 40 of them, and you get nothing out of those 40 games, and you do not improve as a player, and you're gonna, if you do improve, it's gonna be way longer than anybody else. Now imagine a time where you lose 40 games, but every game that you lost, you learned something. You learned where to be positioned, you learned where not to be positioned, you learned how to control recoil, you learn how to control your credits. You can learn something from every single game, win or lose, and that's an important thing you have to take out of it. Because like I said before, there are people in every rank that are way better than people in that rank, and people that are very, very not good. And that should tell you something, man. Your rank does not matter. It doesn't matter what you feel like you should be. It doesn't matter like what rank you are right now. There are two sides to every rank right now, especially in a game like Valorant. So it doesn't really matter. Sometimes I see a plat player and I think, okay, this plat player can be, pretty good. He's in diamond, he might be diamond level, but I can also get a plat player that, got boosted from gold. Like, that's sadly just the way it is. And I know it sounds mean, but that's honestly the reality of Valorant. There are two sides to every single rank. Like, even when I was Immortal, man, I had Radiants on my team or on the enemy team that looked like they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They were lacking basic concepts that you should know at a much lower rank. Like how to trade or how to spend your credits or what positions to hold and not to hold. Like, it's insane to me. So after that experience, I learned that rank is really not everything. Like I'm in diamond, right? And I feel like I could be immortal because I've been immortal before. And I drop like 15 to 30 kills a game on average. So I know I'm better than most of these people. But I'm just not ranking up because I don't always win. And that's fine to me. Okay, it's not gonna bum me out. Okay, I know that I'm improving as a player, and if I'm dropping, a certain amount of kills at a certain rank, I know that I could be better. It's just sometimes it just doesn't work out. There were also times during my grind where I'm like in gold, which is a much lower rank than I'm used to, and I play pretty bad. And I'm not gonna think to myself, oh my god, maybe golds are better than me, maybe I belong in gold, maybe I should be silver because I can't perform. Like, no, bad games happen, okay? Bad games happen to everybody. If even the top players cannot always be consistent, that should tell you something, okay? We are not robots, and you know, things happen, shit happens. Sometimes you're gonna have a really good game, sometimes you're gonna have a bad game. If you have a really good game, most of the time you have a bad game after that. Like, that's just the way it works. So instead of worrying about your rank and losing MMR and Elo, just try to have fun, talk to your team, okay? Sometimes I start goofy ass conversations with my teammates and it lightens the mood, and we actually win a lot more because people are in a better mood, you know? They don't feel that pressure that, you know, everyone else feels to win, and that's exactly how you should play. Just trust me, your rank does not matter. If you are a really good player, eventually you will climb up, even though it takes a while, you know? It might take a few seasons even. You'll rank up, just trust me on that. But yeah, just keep focusing on improving yourself as a player. Focus on mechanics, focus on game awareness, learn up strats, you know, practice that one character that you have trouble with, which I know you might. If you're maining a character, try to learn stuff for them. If you're a Viper player, for example, keep on focusing on lineups and stuff like that. If you're a solo player, there are ins and outs to every character that you can learn, and there is something that you can take out of every single game. And before you know it, you're going to be a much better player. Anyways, guys, this has been FPS Kieran. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a comment if you guys think I missed anything. I also stream every single night, so if you do want to go check that out, I will leave the link for that in the description. But I really hope to see you all there. We don't really rage or anything on stream. We kind of just try new things. We try to learn as much as we can about the game, which we do every single game. Sometimes we, you know, try out new strats, crazy strats. We go for YouTube clips. Like, it's a blast. Anyways, guys, thank you all for stopping by. Make sure to wash your hands, man. There's some shit going around. Things are gonna get pretty bad by the looks of it. So I really want you all to stay safe. Make sure to wash your hands. Wear a mask if you're not vaccinated. You know, if you want to look into that, you could get vaccinated. All that good stuff. I just want you all to be healthy and good, you know. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one, guys. Take it easy.